Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is widely regarded as one of the greatest TV shows of all time. At its core, it's the story of Walter White, a mild-mannered high school chemistry teacher who transforms into one of television's most notorious figures, the drug kingpin, Heisenberg. When the series finale, Felina, aired in 2013, fans around the world were both excited and anxious. After 5 intense seasons of moral ambiguity, cunning strategies, and life-or-death stakes, how could the story of Walt possibly conclude? Walt's final journey begins with a return to Albuquerque. Here he confronts Jack and his gang, the neo-Nazis who had captured Jesse and destroyed everything he once cared about. With meticulous planning, Walt executes a trap that ultimately frees Jesse after years of suffering and torment. The Meth Lab showdown is a visual and narrative climax. Walt activates a hidden automated machine gun, eliminating his enemies. But in the process, he is mortally wounded. Dying amidst the very chemicals that fueled his empire, Walt's death is both poetic and tragic, a perfect ending to a life of brilliance and destruction. While many fans praised this finale for providing closure, others found parts of it unsatisfying. Characters like Skyler, Walter Jr., and Marie received limited resolution, leaving viewers wishing for deeper emotional closure. And some argued that the quick wrap-up of the neo-Nazi storyline felt almost abrupt, especially compared to the meticulous tension-building of earlier seasons. Then there's Jesse Pinkman. Fans continue to debate his ultimate fate. Did he truly escape a life of trauma, or was freedom just the beginning of a new, uncertain journey? This ambiguity sparked endless discussion online, fueling theories and fan speculation years after the finale aired. The finale also reinforces Breaking Bad's enduring themes: pride, morality, consequences, and transformation. Walt's final actions are a mix of redemption and ego. By saving Jesse, he seeks some form of atonement. Yet he also secures his legacy, eliminating rival drug lords and leaving a lasting impact on his world. Symbolism plays a huge role in the finale. The title, Felina, is an anagram referencing feel, love, iron, narcotics, and alchemy, a nod to the series' layered storytelling. And Walt's death in the lab, surrounded by chemicals, is a visual representation of his genius, his empire, and ultimately his downfall. Social media erupted after the finale. Some celebrated it as a perfect ending, others criticized it as rushed. Memes, fan art, and alternative theories flourished, keeping Breaking Bad alive in cultural conversation. Even today, viewers debate, could Walt have survived? Did he find redemption? And what truly lies ahead for Jesse? Vince Gilligan, the creator, revealed that the ending was always meant to be definitive. Walt's story was designed to conclude in a way that felt inevitable, yet satisfying. Easter eggs scattered throughout the series, like Walt's careful observation of his enemies, the placement of ricin, and even color symbolism, reinforce character arcs and thematic resonance, making the finale feel like the culmination of years of meticulous storytelling. Naruto, one of the most beloved anime series of all time, followed the journey of Naruto Uzumaki, a spirited young ninja ostracized by his village for carrying the Nine-Tails Fox within him. From his mischievous beginnings to his dream of becoming Hokage, Naruto's journey was one of perseverance, self-discovery, and the unbreakable bonds of friendship. Fans spent over 15 years witnessing his growth, eagerly anticipating the resolution of his intertwined destiny with Sasuke Uchiha, his rival and closest friend. The series finale ties together many long-standing arcs. Naruto achieves his lifelong dream of becoming Hokage, earning the recognition he had sought since childhood. Sasuke, after years of rebellion and internal conflict, redeems himself, ultimately confronting his own past and reconciling with Naruto. The climactic Fourth Great Ninja War brings the overarching conflict to a close, uniting ninjas from across the world against common threats and showcasing themes of sacrifice, courage, and the cost of hatred. However, some fans debated aspects of the ending. Certain battles and storylines in the later episodes were condensed, and the romantic pairings, Naruto with Hinata and Sasuke with Sakura, felt rushed to some viewers, especially given the time the series had spent building complex character relationships. Minor characters like Shikamaru, Kakashi, and Gaara also received less focus than fans had hoped, leaving some storylines feeling slightly underdeveloped. Yet despite these criticisms, the finale succeeds in honoring the growth of its main characters. Naruto's unwavering optimism, determination, and loyalty inspire not only the people of Konoha, but also millions of fans worldwide. The final moments emphasize forgiveness, redemption, and the enduring power of bonds between friends and comrades. Life of Pi, directed by Ang Lee and released in 2012, is more than just a survival story. It's a meditation on faith, resilience, and the power of storytelling. Based on Jan Martel's acclaimed novel, the film follows P. Patel, a young boy from India, who survives a shipwreck and finds himself stranded on a lifeboat in the Pacific Ocean, with a Bengal tiger named Richard Parker. From the start, the movie establishes Pi's curiosity, intelligence, and spiritual nature. He grows up exploring Hinduism, Christianity, and Islam, seeking meaning in faith. This foundation becomes central to his survival. In the face of overwhelming adversity, his spiritual beliefs give him the strength to persevere. The lifeboat, the tiger, and the vast ocean become symbolic extensions of Pi's inner struggle. When the ship sinks, Pi is suddenly alone in the middle of the ocean with limited food and water and the constant threat of a massive predator. Richard Parker, the tiger, is both terrifying and strangely comforting, a living reminder of the primal instincts of survival. The relationship between Pi and the tiger is intricate. He must assert dominance to avoid being killed, yet he also develops a bond based on mutual dependence. It's a delicate balance of fear, respect, and companionship, and it mirrors the duality of human nature itself. Pi's journey is filled with both breathtaking beauty and harrowing danger. The CGI ocean sequences, the storms, and the bioluminescent nights create a sense of wonder, while also reinforcing isolation and vulnerability. Every scene with Richard Parker is layered. The tiger is a literal threat, but also a metaphor for Pi's inner struggles, his will to live, and the unpredictable forces of life. The narrative structure adds another layer of complexity. Pi recounts his story to Japanese officials investigating the shipwreck. He offers two versions, one fantastical, with the tiger, island carnivores, and miraculous survival, and another darker, human-centered story where survival requires brutality and sacrifice. By leaving the choice to the audience, the film challenges viewers to consider the role of faith, imagination, and storytelling in making sense of suffering. However, the film isn't without its debate. Some viewers questioned the realism of Pi surviving for months at sea with a tiger. Others pondered the moral and psychological implications of the human-centered story Pi offers later. Yet, these very ambiguities are what make the film enduring. Life of Pi doesn't just tell a story, it invites discussion, analysis, and personal interpretation. Dexter Morgan, the charming yet terrifying antihero, captivated audiences for 8 seasons. By day, he was a meticulous forensic blood spatter analyst for the Miami Metro Police Department. By night, he was a serial killer targeting criminals who had escaped justice. The series expertly explored morality, identity, and the thin line between good and evil. When the original 2013 finale aired, reactions were intense. Dexter's final actions shocked fans. He disconnects his sister Deborah from life support after her critical injuries, abandons his young son Harrison to an uncertain future, and fakes his own death by driving his boat into a hurricane. The series ends with Dexter living in isolation as a lumberjack in Oregon, seemingly punished by solitude but free from true accountability. Fans criticized the ending for feeling unearned. Dexter, a character defined by his strict moral code and psychological complexity, suddenly faces no meaningful consequences for his actions. His relationships are broken, his family is left behind, and the tension that made the show so compelling seems to evaporate in the final moments. Social media and fan forums erupted with frustration, creating one of the most infamous debates in TV history. Despite this backlash, Dexter New Blood 2021 revisits the story nearly a decade later. Set in a small town in New York, the series brings Dexter out of hiding and forces him to confront his past. Here, the show attempts to give Dexter a more fitting conclusion, exploring themes of redemption, fatherhood, and accountability. In the finale, Dexter faces the consequences of his choices in a way that finally satisfies many fans, offering closure that the original series lacked. Ultimately, Dexter's journey is a complex exploration of human nature, ethics, and identity. From the dark alleys of Miami to the snowy forests of New York, Dexter's story reminds us that even in the darkest characters, there is room for reflection, change, and perhaps a second chance. Mr. Robot follows Elliot Alderson, a cybersecurity engineer and hacker living with severe social anxiety and dissociative identity disorder. From its very first season, the show captivated audiences with its exploration of corporate corruption, systemic inequality, and the fragility of the human mind. Elliot's struggle isn't just external, it's internal. as he grapples with reality itself, unsure who to trust, including himself. The series finale masterfully addresses Elliot's fractured identity. Throughout the show, Mr. Robot has acted as a separate persona, carrying out actions Elliot's real self could not. In a profound twist, the finale reveals that the Elliot viewers have been following is, in fact, a persona created by the real Elliot to protect himself from trauma and pain. This moment flips the entire narrative on its head, forcing audiences to reconsider everything they've seen up to that point. The brilliance of the ending lies not only in its twist, but in its emotional honesty. Elliot must come to terms with his alternate personalities, acknowledge his own vulnerabilities, and finally reconcile with the fact that the real Elliot deserves to live a life free from fear and guilt. Unlike many finales that rely on shocking external events, Mr. Robot concludes with an introspective journey, emphasizing personal growth, healing, and acceptance. Fans and critics alike praised the finale for its innovative storytelling and emotional resonance. The use of visual cues, subtle flashbacks, and carefully placed dialogue allows the audience to experience Elliot's awakening alongside him, making the revelation both surprising and deeply satisfying. It's not just a conclusion to the plot, it's the culmination of Elliot's psychological journey, showing that true courage sometimes means facing yourself rather than external enemies. Attack on Titan has been hailed as a masterpiece of modern anime. Its brutal action sequences, intricate political intrigue, and morally ambiguous characters captivated fans worldwide. But when it came to the ending, the series sparked intense debate and divided its audience like few others. Eren Yeager, once a determined and idealistic soldier, gradually transforms into a tragic anti-hero. His actions culminate in the Rumbling, a cataclysmic event aimed at annihilating the world outside Paradise Island. Eren's goal is clear: protect his homeland and secure freedom for his people. While this evolution is thematically consistent, the extremity of his actions left fans conflicted. Was he a hero or a villain? The climactic finale sees Mikasa, his closest friend and confidant, ultimately killing Eren. For many, this moment was heartbreaking. Mikasa's love and loyalty collided with her mortal duty. Yet others criticized how Eren's character arc was resolved, arguing that the series framed his genocidal campaign as a kind of tragic, almost noble sacrifice. This romanticization of mass destruction created a tension that not all fans could accept. Then there's Ymir's backstory revealing the original Titan's loyalty to King Fritz. Many viewers felt this explanation was underwhelming given the series' long-standing mysteries. Themes of freedom, oppression, and the cycle of hatred, while powerful, seemed rushed in their final delivery, leaving some storylines underdeveloped. In the end, Attack on Titan is more than its ending. It's a story that challenges viewers, asking them to confront uncomfortable questions about war, loyalty, and the gray areas of morality. While fans may never fully agree on Eren's legacy, the series' conclusion ensures that debates continue, keeping its story alive in hearts and minds long after the final Titan fell.